know it's late, but I'm joining you guys, and I won't take a lot of time. Is for a quick update on Pakistan cricket. Well, for reasons good or bad, you got to judge it for yourself. But Pakistan cricket continues to be in news, and this one was rather coming. There's been a lot of confusion about who's really coaching the side right now, and in the very latest, what we're getting to know now is that Jason Gillespie, who was made the head coach, well, he has now gone ahead and submitted his resignation ahead of this crucial series against South Africa that's coming up for Pakistan. Now, who will be the head coach or the interim coach for Pakistan in this series that's coming up? It will be Aaqib Javed, who has been given the responsibility to coach the team in this series against South Africa. Couple of reasons that I'll tell you before I leave why this has all happened. The two reasons being, number one, first and foremost, Jason Gillespie wasn't quite happy with Tim Nielsen, who was his assistant coach. His contract wasn't renewed by the PCB, and this is something that Jason Gillespie wasn't happy with. There were talks between the PCB and Jason Gillespie, but there was no sort of headway that was made in the situation. And the fact that Nielsen had a very good rapport, not just with Jason Gillespie, but with the players as well. This is something that Jason Gillespie did not like, as to why somebody who he had a very good work reputation with, when the players also had a very good reputation, rapport, had a very good rapport with Nielsen as well, as to why his contract wasn't renewed. Now, because of this reason, the relationship between Jason Gillespie and PCB is also believed to have been damaged. So that's point number one. He was not happy with the fact, and because because of this develop, there was let's say there was some sort of an aftermath to this development as well, and this just takes me to reason number two as well. It very well is interlinked. Reason number one and reason number two both are interlinked. Because of what had happened in the first place, there was a repercussion, and the repercussion of that ends up being reason number two as to why he was he decided to resign. Now, he was not happy with the fact that he wasn't part of the selection panel. Now, after he communicated his grouse with the PCB of not renewing Tim Nielsen's contract, the relationship, the work relationship between the two had gotten damaged, and because of that, he was then removed from the selection panel as well. It has been believed that for a while now, Jason Gillespie has had no input at all as far as selection for Pakistan sides is concerned, and that is something he was not happy with. In fact, he at times felt that he was just a post-match analyst inside the team, and he had no greater say in the side. This is what he thought at one point he was reduced to. So for those two reasons, let me repeat it once more. First reason being, he was unhappy with the fact that his assistant coach Tim Nielsen, his contract was not renewed. That is somebody he had a great relationship with, and the players also had a very good rapport with him. That's point number one. Point number two, because of that, the relationship between the PCB and Jason Gillespie got damaged, and his powers were then curtailed. His say in the side was very limited. He started to feel he was more of a post-match analyst. He had no say in the selection of certain players or dropping of certain players. He wasn't involved in all those discussions. So for all those reasons, now he decided enough is enough, and he has now gone ahead and submitted his resignation. As a result, in the upcoming series against South Africa, you will have Aaqib Javed, who will be made in charge of this Pakistan side. In fact, just the last month, impressive result there for Pakistan. We saw in that series against Australia, a couple of players really performing very well. Harris Rauf was one of them. You could see, when he was being coached by Jason Gillespie, him and a couple of other players were really getting into the mold as a result. It was Jason Gillespie who was in charge of that team back then. But that's a thing of the past now. Aaqib Javed's first assignment will be the South Africa series, 2-match series, which is starting in a couple of weeks' time. For now, I'll take your leave. Thank you so much for joining Sports today, even at this hour. It's always good to have your company. Tap that bell so that you know when we go live. And in case you haven't subscribed to the Sports Today Network, well, I urge you to do so right away. Thank you so much. Take care. Good night. Bye bye.